Hello everyone, thank you for joining Broad-Based Cultures at NEU during COVID-19. Today we're gonna entertain you with our friends from Palestinian Association, and today's guest is Representative Khaled Awad.
Yes.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome also.
Thank you for joining us today.
That's our duty, of course.
It's our pleasure to sit here with you.
And our pleasure to meet you and with every member that we are here today.
Thank you so much. Can you briefly introduce yourself and the association as well?
I am Khaled Salah Awad. I am a Palestinian refugee living in Palestinian camps, which is called Ain al-Hilbi camp. I have been there since 4 years, and I have studied civil engineering. And this is my last semester here. And I hope that every student like me will be a good engineer in the future. That's why I will introduce in this event about the Palestinian Culture Day. And
Excellent.
Yes, and on the behalf of the General Union of Palestinian Students, I will give my gratitude to my country, Palestine.
Thank you so much. Very nice.
Yes.
Could you introduce the association itself to us?
Okay, the Palestinian Association, it is all about gathering. The gathering of whom? The gathering of all the students that are studying there or studying in every university, and especially our university. This Palestinian Association conjoin all expatriates from all Palestinian territories, like West Bank, Gaza. The Palestinians live in Lebanon, in Syria, in Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. So every Palestinian student, we are met together and conjoin in the Palestinian Association. This Palestinian Association, it is aimed for many goals. One of them is to increase and beef up the grain of patriotism inside them. So they when they love their country and love our nation, Palestine, they will be like one hand and they will be together. So that's why we are aiming to increase the leadership inside them and increase the soul for being a good for Palestine, of course.
Very nice. I love the energy and the spirit
Thank
of
you
the
so
association.
much.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Could you introduce, as we are now representing the International Culture Day, the culture of Palestine and Palestine people?
Of course, the culture of Palestine people, it is divided into many pieces. For example, when we talk about the culture of Palestine, we talk about the dance, the food of Palestine, the clothes, its history, and everything that contains inside Palestine. When we talk about the history of Palestine, which is a part of the culture of Palestine, we don't talk about 70 years ago only. We will talk about from 7,000 to 3,000 before century Palestine history started. That when our grandfather called Canaanians are living there. So when we talk about Palestine, we talk about its area. It is area not about 6,000 right now. It is till now it is be 27,000 square kilometers. Every group, especially the occupation, they took our land and they said that the area it is being 6,000 square kilometers, but it is not true. Our land area is about 27 square kilometers, and as you know, the capital of Palestine is not as they told Jerusalem. It is Jerusalem, and in Arabic it is called Quds. Okay, the Palestinian language, of course, it is our mother language. It is the Arabic.
Thank you, Khaled. Could you please introduce us about the current status of the association at Nicosia University?
Of course, the General Union of Palestinian Students, which is this President Muhammad Barakat Abu Dagga, is established not in this year. It is established before many years. And this is the General Palestinian Student. It is aiming for many goals. For example, it is uniting for all the Palestinian students there, and it's increasing the leadership of them, and it make them to be together and in one hand.
Khaled, could you give some information about the entertainment part, which I believe is very interesting about Palestinian culture? Yes.
Okay. The Palestinian traditional folklore dance is dabka. Dabka, it is like a community. The community, it is when it is danced by women and men. So when there is a straight line.
Yeah, I know you have some pictures for us to show.
And there is also many videos. You will see one man next to him. There is a woman. So that is a folklore. So we are like a straight line, and we are like one hand. Okay. So dabka is danced for many music. One of them is like Ala Dal'ona, and the ظريف الطول. على درعونة and the ظريف الطول is considered as one of the musics that inserted inside the Dabka Palestine folklore dance. So when we talk about Dabka, not only we talk about the one entertainment, there are many entertainment like the music. يعني as you know, there is a modern and widespread music of Palestine.
Yes.
But يعني we are preferred as a Palestinian. This one of these two music like على دلعونة and ظريف الطول. As you know, يعني, there is also many instruments in Palestine
Yes.
that being played in this music.
Thank you so much. I'm very looking forward to see these dances, which we're gonna see after this conversation with you.
Yes.
Could you please introduce for us the clothing, traditional clothing?
Of course. The Palestinian traditional folklore clothing, it is a special embroidery. What is the meaning of the embroidery? The embroidery of Palestine, it is like an art, a special art. That's our grandmothers and very ancient people till now make this embroidery. This is embroidery like an identity for all the Palestinians.
Yes.
As you know, for men, they wear a kumbaz. Kumbaz, it is also a clothing, but only for men. And there is a thobe for only women.
Okay.
That's all about the Palestinian folklore traditional clothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Food itself, it's a very
course.
big part of the culture.
Very big part and very delicious part for all.
Which, for example, when people are traveling, that's the first point what
yes.
they will do to get to know the culture. So, can you give some information about traditional food?
Of course. The Palestinian kitchen is a very famous kitchen, not only in the Middle Eastern or Eastern Mediterranean region. It is also sharing a very array of vibrant traditional dishes foods. For example, if I will speak about the kitchen of Palestine, there is many famous food, but I will list for you some of the famous.
Yes, please.
We will start with the مسخن. With مسخن, it is like has been made. I'm not a professional in the kitchen, but I think it is like the two breads. It is inside a chicken or a meat. So that is the one of the most favorite dishes for Palestine. There is also maqluba, there is mujaddara, there is mutabbal, and there is falafel. All of these is considered the identity of the Palestinian kitchen.
Thank you. Are you cooking yourself or with your friends some traditional food in here?
Only my friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, so nice. Speaking about students' life in here in Nicosia University and in North Cyprus, what kind of events the members of association are attending?
As you know, I have been there since 4 years. So during these 4 years, I have participated in many seminars and many events. Some of them that the university organized is the International Day of Palestine. There is also a Turkish association made a seminar for Palestine and its capital city, Quds. It's been made in the library, and many students of Palestine have witnessed it. There is also a celebration welcome party. This is for all students. This is at the side of the internal university. I have been participated in many events like the CIU campus and the EMU campus for Palestinian welcome party, of course.
Khaled, speaking about the student life here, which is a very big part of the students' life in general, what kind of events you and your friends and the other association members are participating and attending here at NEU?
Of course, here as we are the General Union of Palestinian, we have attended many seminars and many events and concluded for Palestine. For example, we have made International Palestine Day. We have made for the Palestinian student trips, like a joyful occasions. We have made the International Quds Day. This is only for our capital. There is also a Turkish association made seminars for Quds and its capital Palestine. We have made also a culture day like this. Also, it is inside the General Union of Palestine have also established it.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Of course, as the students, you as well as one of them, what do you like the most of Nicosia University?
The most beautiful thing in Nicosia University is the diversity and multiplicity of the nationalities and the language and traditions and cultures. When I see all of this, So I have attended with my friend their lecture and their language, and they took my lecture, my language, and my traditions. So that's why we are being like a friend and like a brother. So that is the most beautiful thing inside the university. So there are many international students, as you know, and there is a high number of students. So that's why during these 4 years, we have like make a harmony of our culture and our language and our tradition between us.
That's very nice.
Yes, very nice.
Of course, coming here has been a huge challenge for not only you, I believe, for all the students that coming, speaking of differences between cultures and that the students are leaving their families that they used to live for around 20 years, right? And they are coming here all by themselves. So what kind of challenges you have faced, your friends have faced?
As I came here since 4 years, of course, every student will face a challenges. Some of them, and if we will start by the first point, when we came to the new country, there is a new people. They speak different language.
Exactly.
So that is a different thing to connect with them. So and when I need someone, and how can I treat with them? So that's one of the big problems that I faced. The second point, when I've been after 1 week here, so I will need to go to get my personal necessities, to go from one place to another. I didn't know everything like that. So there are some students in the previous year who help us in this process, of course. The third point, and this is a difficult one, of course, when you have attended a new life here, don't have your mother, your father, the person who will cook and make a drinks for you. So that's what a big problem for us and a big challenge. And alhamdulillah, we have beat it.
As you mentioned that the students are coming here all by themselves without parents, mother, father, and brothers, sisters, as they used to be all the time by themselves. So this is, I think, the main purpose of the association, to provide support, to share the information, even just to be there for them, that they would not feel alone.
Of course, as I mentioned before, as I have faced many challenges. Also, there is many students till now. The new student also will be faced the same challenges. That's why the General Union of Palestinian Students is being established. It is established not only for making joyful occasion and for making a trip. It's also been established to be at the next of these students, to help them, to feel them that they are not alone. All of them are together, and we all are one united hand. Of course.
That's very nice. That's a very good thing. That existing existing. As you mentioned that during speaking about the challenges, so language was one of the challenges that students are facing. So what about the other cultural differences that you may specify specifically from your culture to culture that you have faced in here?
The most different culture that we have practiced in these 4 years, it is the Turkish culture. Of course, as we came here, we have different language. There is different type of food. There is different tradition and norms of the Turkish culture. We will start about the language part. The language part, as you know, our mother language is Arabic.
Yes.
The Turkish people, what they speak, the Turkish language. So there is a big difference between us and them. That's why during these 4 years, we have managed all of this. So our Turkish friend are talk with me Arabic in the Arabic language, and I also have learned the Turkish language at the before.
That's very nice.
Let me talk about the food. Especially every kitchen has its special patterns and its special way to do it. As I know, there is very famous dishes that the Turkish kitchen is famous for. For example, like we have a makluba. For example, they have Adana kebab, for example.
Yes.
When we have falafel, they have tabuk dinar. So that's a big difference between us and them. Let me talk about the norms, the tradition, and for example, the dances and the music. As you know, like we have especially music like Adal Aona and Zarif al-Tor, also Turkish people have this special music, for example. As we have Dabka, the Turkish people have Zayba and Horan and Halay. So that's a big difference also between us, but we have organized all of them, of course, and we have maintained them these days.
That's really, really nice of you. And for the end, for concluding, I would like to thank you so much for joining us here, to sharing such a good information and providing us some entertainment. And as well, we're going to see it a little bit later. So could you give us some words that you would like to share?
Of course. I will speak about the final word to our international country, Palestine. Although all the suffering that we are faced at the past of the 72 years, until now we are suffering, of course, we are here not only to study or to make joyful occasion. We are only have a one goal. It is to beat our Zionism occupation, which took our land and which detention our prisoner till now, and they are suffering. All of this, we are making only one goal, to get our land back, and inshallah, all of us will be inside Palestine in the future.
Thank you so much, Khaled. It's so nice to have you here and to see the spirit, the joint spirit of association that you have shared with us today. Thank you so much for the information that you gave to us about your association and representing the culture.
Of course, and I will thank the university for this big event to demonstrate our culture, and I will thank every part, the montage, you, and every member who shared this event with us.
Thank you so much. It was our pleasure to have you here, and as I know, your friends gonna entertain us with some music playing and singing. So let's see what we have. Right? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
موطني الجلال والجمال والسناء والبهاء في رباك والحياة والنجاة والهناء والرجاء في هواك هل أراك سالما منعما وغانما مكرما سالما منعما وغانما مكرما هل أراك في علاك تبلغ السماك موطني الحسام واليرام لا الكلام والنزاع رمزنا مجدنا وعهدنا واجب من الوفاء يهزنا عزنا غاية تشرف وراية ترفرف غاية تشرف وراية ترفرف يا هنا في علاك قاهرا عيدك موطني
أنا محمد بركات أبو دقة، طالب دراسات عليا تخصص هندسة معدات طبية في جامعة شرق الأدنى. بصفتي هنا رئيس الاتحاد العام لطلبة فلسطين في مدينة لفكوشا قبرص التركية. بصفتي هنا رئيس الاتحاد العام لطلبة فلسطين في مدينة لفكوشا. مع بداية العام الدراسي الجديد نرحب بكم باسم الاتحاد العام لطلبة فلسطين ممثلا بوحدة مدينة لفكوشا، ونتمنى من الله أن يكون عاما مليئا بالإنجازات. بالرغم من هذه الظروف التي يمر بها العالم أجمع، إلا أننا الحمد لله في جمهورية قبرص تركيا ننعم بالأمن والأمان بعيدا عن أجواء هذه الجائحة، ونسأل الله أن يعم السلام والأمن في جميع البلاد. إننا في الاتحاد العام لطلبة فلسطين نرحب بجميع الطلبة عاما وبطلبتنا الفلسطينيين على وجه الخصوص، ونقول لكم بأننا سنكون معكم منذ اللحظة الأولى حتى نضعكم على المسار الصحيح الذي ستكملونه وصولا إلى هدفكم المنشود، وهو التخرج والحصول على شهاداتكم في مختلف الفروع. وفي مسيرتكم الجامعية سنكون معكم بنشاطاتنا الثقافية والوطنية والرياضية، وندعوكم أن تكونوا أبناء لفلسطين وسفراء لقضيتها، وأن تضعوا بصماتكم الوطنية في البلد المضيف وتعرفون الجاليات الأخرى بالقضية الفلسطينية. إخواني الطلبة، كونوا على يقين بأن الفلسطيني قصة نجاح أينما تواجد، وبعد حصولكم على شهاداتكم ستكون فلسطين بانتظاركم لخدمتها. لنا لقاء قريب في الجامعة، ولقاء نتمنى من الله أن يعجله على أرض الحبيبة فلسطين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أخوكم محمد بركات أبو دق.